What's up, everyone on the internet? Thank you for making this video part. I'm so excited to upload one for you guys because for this talk around the block, I noticed that right now we're entering like month 3 of quarantine right now, and I think at this point, I think some states are starting to loosen up their restrictions and they're starting to reopen. But with that being said, COVID-19 is still out there. And quite often I actually have this conversation with my folks and my family. Let's just say, like, hypothetically, I snap my fingers and the virus is gone. Like, COVID-19 doesn't exist anymore. Those who have it, they're already cured. Like, the virus is immediately just dusted. And now with that being said, what's the first thing you're gonna do? I mean, obviously, yeah, one of the first things that people are gonna do is, yeah, visit their friends and family. But let's just be selfish for once. So let's just like be selfish. What are the first things that you wanna do? And honestly, for me, ever since this whole pandemic thing started, I've actually made a list and written down a few things of like things I wanna do, places I wanna go, things I wanna eat, like once this whole thing is over. Now I know some of you are like, well, wait, Adam, like with things you wanna eat, you can do that right now. You can order like on Grubhub, or you can go on apps and stuff and have them deliver their food for you. Yes, I know that is true, but I'm just still kind of cautious with people handling my food and stuff. I don't know, it's just like, I need like the place to be like 100% clean, like, and for me to order like stuff. And actually, it's actually one of the first things I want to do for when this whole thing is like truly over, is like I want to go to places where I want to eat. And for some reason, one of the toppings I want to do right now is like, damn, I really have like a really bad craving for like Pizza Hut right now. I don't know why. I guess maybe it's just the greasiness of the crust that I really want to taste. Another thing I also want to do in terms of food wise, I'm really craving a Baja Blast from Taco Bell. I mean, for me, like the Baja Blast from Taco Bell, it's the best Mountain Dew ever. I mean, come on, it's the best one. I mean, every time they put it on the shelf in stores each summer, it's like, oh my God, I gotta have some of that. But if we're also talking about traveling wise in terms of food, I remember I watched this YouTube video where there's this place in San Diego called Hodad's Burgers, and oh my God, the burgers there are freaking huge. I mean, they're as big as my head, and I have a big head. And so like if you're ever like interested, like Google or YouTube like Hodad's Burgers, and like, oh my God, like holy crap, those burgers look freaking juicy. It looks like you have to unhinge your jaw like a boa constrictor to get those burgers. And I know that there are a lot of other things on the list of like in terms of what I want to eat for when this whole thing's over, but for the sake of time, let's move on to the next section, which is like places where I want to go. And one few things I want to do for when this whole thing was over, and actually I was gonna do it before this whole thing started, but like, I don't know, time wise it just didn't work out, is that I really wanted to make a trip for my brother and sister and I just to go to Hollywood. We never really go there. I don't know why. We live in California, we never like freaking go there, and we're like, it's within distance, and we're like, why don't we go there? And we're just too lazy to do it. And then earlier this year we were thinking, you know what, let's make a trip to Hollywood. We'll go to the Funko store, we'll see the Hollywood Boulevard, maybe we'll go see the sign, we'll get some food there. And it's like, we were about to go there, and then this whole quarantine thing happened. It was like, too late. We should have gone there. And honestly, I mean, look, like we took it for granted. I mean, we never like took that opportunity, and we noticed that like a lot of people do it, and we were just like, not really, not today. But I think after this whole epidemic started, we're like, okay, you know what? We took a lot of like, moments for granted. Where like okay, look, I go out often. I mean, but it's mostly like I go around town. I think. Because for me, like whenever the movies are out, it's like, okay, cool, I'm gonna go to the movies and that'll be it. And that's usually my version of like going out and have fun. But I think I noticed that like there are a lot of other things that we could have done. Like really, we could have like gone to the beach. We could have like gone to like, yeah, LA. We could have like gone hiking and stuff. And we took it for granted. And so it's like this whole pandemic thing, it's really mostly like opened up my eyes to where like, yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff out there, and you need to take opportunity of it. So yeah, one of the things that I just want to do when this whole thing is over is make a trip to Hollywood with my brother and sister. And I also really wanted to go to like a theme park with them, but because my sister has like this bad back problem, where it's like, yeah, like if she goes on a roller coaster, that's it. She's gonna be like broken like Batman. And so like, honestly, I tried thinking of places where we could go that are calm, but also very entertaining. And I think one thing that really suited us was actually the zoo. We thought like, hey, you know what? Let's just go to the zoo. It's within distance, and we can just drive there, and we can just hang around there and just go look at the animals and stuff. And honestly, yeah, I think that actually may work. I mean, I went to the Safari Zoo a few years ago, and so I'm thinking like, you know what? Let's go to the Safari Zoo. I mean, and after that, we can go to the like Escondido Mall, which I've been there once, and I was like, oh my God, why didn't I take that opportunity to actually go look around? But anyway, yeah. So one of the things that I want to do with my brother and sister is, yeah, go to Hollywood and go to the Safari Zoo. There's a lot of other things on the list that I really want to do. One of them is Disneyland California Adventures, because I noticed that like a couple days ago that Disney did posted that like they were planning on reopening in July. Now, while I really do want to go there, I noticed that like, yeah, they're gonna have restrictions on there, and it's gonna be like not as like magical as it usually is. So I think I'll probably wait, probably till like, yeah, next year probably. I think maybe in like January, February of 2021. Hopefully like this thing dies over by then, and so I'll probably, yeah, go to California Adventures at that time. So yeah, once COVID-19 is gone, or at a point where it's like it's not really harmful at all, then yeah, I'm definitely gonna be taking advantage of like traveling and stuff. And with that being said, there's actually one other like subject that on my to-do list, which is actually things that I want to do just alone. And one of the things, I think this is like actually the top of the list, where it's like when this is over, I really want to go like visit my grandma and actually like make tortillas with her, because I mean, oh my god, to me, like, she makes the best homemade tortillas ever. And there were a couple times where she did visit me and I visit her, where she would actually teach me on how to make them. And honestly, like, I can't wait for this whole thing to be over, just so I can go visit my grandma and actually learn more about making homemade tortillas and just having fun with her. Because whenever we did that, she actually did like tell me stories of like how she used to make them when she was a kid, and I love those moments. And honestly, I really can't wait for those, to have those moments again once this whole thing is over. So yeah, that's basically my list of things. Now granted, I have a whole lot of other things on that list, but for the sake of time, I just want to list off some of the top things that I really want to do. Well, that's gonna do it for this video, guys. That was my overall run through of things I want to eat, places I want to go, and things I want to do for once this whole COVID-19 is over. If you like what you saw, click the subscribe button to see all these updates from this channel. If you have any questions or topics you want me to talk about in the next Talk Around the Blog, feel free to leave in the comments down below. Stay safe, stay healthy. I will see y'all next time with a brand new video. Bye-bye.